Want to know what separates the most successful people in any endeavor from those who don't hit the top of the mountain? Well, it's all up here. In this video, I want to share with you how to build a winning mindset, because no matter what aspect of life we're talking about, whether it's in business or personal life or sports, mindset is everything. I mean, you can have the best strategies in the world, the best tactics in the world, but they will never overcompensate or never compensate for the wrong mindset. So in this video, I want to share with you how to really develop a winning mindset to help you achieve your biggest goals and dreams, okay? Now to start things off, I want to share a little story with you. When I was in my final year at the University of Toronto, I was playing varsity soccer, and it was my fourth year, obviously, and the 3 previous years, we hadn't won any real championships. We hadn't won any trophies, any state championships, anything like that. And it was kind of sad because we had the best teams on paper. We had the best players on the roster. We had the best players on the field, and yet we underperformed. And yes, there was obviously some coaching issues that could have been better, but nonetheless, we didn't really achieve what we could have. And so my final year, I decided to take matters into my own hands. And there was 8 graduating players in that final season. So I said, so here's what I did. Just to give you some context, our season was typically September till November, and our coach, the way they used to run the program was, hey, we'll do some preseason training in August, we'll get ready for the season, and then when it's over, you guys are on your own until next year. So it wasn't a very professional program the way things are run nowadays. So what I decided to do was take matters into my own hands because I knew that this was my last year. I wanted to go out with a bang, and I knew there was 8 other players graduating too. So here's what I did. At the end of the previous year, so coming into summer before our final season, I said, hey guys, here's what I'm gonna do. Why don't we get together every Saturday morning at this school and we'll just start training. Let's do some conditioning, let's get in shape so that we stay together all summer long, we come into preseason ready, and we make the most out of our season. First week we had 2 guys, myself and my co-captain. The second week we had 3 guys. The third week we had a couple more and a couple more and a couple more. By the end of the summer, we had 18 guys, our almost entire roster, showing up, training every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and getting in awesome shape for the season. Now, not only were we in great shape, but we were also coming together collectively, bonding, having fun, building that chemistry that is so important for a winning team. Now, I share that with you because what happened next was what I believe was a direct result of everything we had done during the summer. You see, on paper, we had the weakest team from the previous, of all the 4 years I'd been there. But what ended up happening was this. We won the provincial championships, or we won the state championships if you're in the States. We ended up finishing 4th at nationals, which is, obviously like the big, World Cup for soccer in Canada. And the interesting thing is that none of that would have happened, I don't believe, had we not come together as a group, had the mindset to say, you know what, guys, we're gonna do whatever we can this year to win this damn thing. And it's such a great story because what I learned from that is winning is a choice. It's a conscious decision that we make every single day, and it doesn't happen by accident. I'm all about setting intentions and letting the universe do its thing, but you have to consciously want and be very clear about what it is that you want to create in your life. Now, with that said, I want to share 3 tips with you to help you build this winning mindset. The first tip is to get very clear on what you want. And I want to share something with you. If I can move my camera around here, maybe I can't. I don't even know. I'm not too sure what that did. That's weird. Whoa, funky sunlight stuff. Anyways, I don't know how to move this camera around. All right, let's see if I can do this. I've got, I'm using this Jin Yun Smooth Q gimbal. Anyways, right here, I'll just show it to you. Right here is what I call Yuri's Book of Manifestations. And what this is it's kind of like a vision board in a journal for me. And inside of here, I've written down all of my major intentions and goals that I want to achieve over the next 12 months to 3 years. And what's cool is to see how each one of them starts to become a reality. So as you go through this book, and sometimes you kind of forget about it and you look back over a couple weeks and you're like, oh my God, like that actually happened. But the key is getting clear on what you want. And then one of the things that I want to make a better habit of is just repetitively seeing that and visualizing that, experiencing that as if it's already occurred. So that's the big thing is is really like getting clear on what you want. Now, the second thing, which I kind of alluded to, is visualizing yourself as if you already have it. Now, sitting in my driveway, again, I can't really turn my camera around, and I wish there was, if you know how to turn the friggin' camera around properly on video mode, please let me know, unless I'm missing something here. But anyways, in front of me is my dream car. It's in my driveway, and I've had this car for 4 years. And I got extremely clear about what I wanted. I wanted the BMW M5, and that was my dream car, and I'm super, super grateful still to this day to have that. But one of the things that really got me in the mode of really feeling that I could have it was actually visualizing myself in the car. And one of the things that helped was actually going to the dealership, sitting in the car, closing my eyes, smelling everything, feeling everything, and experiencing it as if it was already mine. So do what you have to do. Visualize as if you've already achieved it. You've got that clear vision. You want to start to create those new neural pathways in your mind, in your body, in your nervous system, and visualize yourself as if you've already got it, as if you've already experienced it. And then the third thing I want to share with you about developing this winning mindset is to plan for failure. Now, I know that sounds really weird, but I call this negative goal setting. You see, a lot of times we set great intentions for things that we want to achieve, but a lot of times those actually don't end up happening. And it can be very demoralizing when you set goals and some of them don't happen and others do. But Winston Churchill, one of the best quotes that really resonate with me, says that success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. And that's so good. As an entrepreneur, there's so many times where we simply just don't hit our goals. And I think part of the reason is that we're not realistic about what's involved in the process. So let me give you an example from the world of health and fitness. If you were training a client, or if let's just say I was training a client way back in the day, they came to me and they said, okay, listen, I want to lose 20 pounds. And I said, okay, that's awesome. Let's do this. You're not going to you're not going to experience any soreness and everything's going to be peaches and roses. That would be very unrealistic. On the flip side, if I tell my client, listen, we can completely do that, but I want to be very honest with you that there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be bumps in the road. So I want to kind of plan ahead of time as to what's going to happen when those happen, when those appear. There's some dogs outside barking. So how do you plan for setbacks? So what I want you to consider here is start to plan for plan B. Start to develop a plan C so that when your initial objective doesn't kind of go as planned, well, instead of trying to figure it out on the fly, you've already figured that out ahead of time. So that negative goal setting is extremely important, extremely powerful, because it's almost like, I'll just use my example from soccer. When I was playing soccer, I would visualize everything as I wanted to go on the field, but I would also visualize what would I do in a scenario where things didn't work out as I wanted them to. And so starting to really have that negative goal planning, it's not a negative thing. We're not visualizing the worst things to come to our life, but we're planning ahead of time so when it comes up, we're not surprised. Okay? So anyways, those are 3 tips to help you develop a winning mindset. I hope you found them useful. And if you like this kind of stuff and you want to take your business to the next level, then I invite you to check out our latest training called the 7-Figure Health Business Blueprints. Inside, you're going to discover the new way to quickly build a 6 or 7-figure virtual health coaching business. And if you want to attract more clients like clockwork, if you want to deliver an amazing result for them, and doing all of that without one-on-one coaching or wearing yourself into the ground in the process, then I think you'll really enjoy it. So anyways, you can click on the link or button somewhere around this video. Check it out today. I look forward to seeing you there, and I hope you have an awesome day.